Share your screen too, bro.
Okay.
All right, shalom, shalom. We want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahawadah, by Hashem, Dash. I want to say, give double honor to the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this word in truth and sincerity, and for moving well. And salutations to our fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching and prophesying in the name of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahawadah. Hey, I'm the brother Kabar Yahawadah.
This is the brother Kahanallah.
Kind of, we two of the three brothers from GMS Hawaii, and this is our weekly camp sit down video. Today's video is entitled "We Are Supposed to Be Examples to the Nations of Righteousness." And what inspired this lesson was two things. I had that conversation with the elder priest, up and coming elder priest ZACHAR from the main camp earlier today about a similar topic, as well as this picture that was posted up in our chat. This is that you see right here in front of you. Now, never mind the Jake with the shades on. Never mind this Edomite and looking all clean and spiffy with them shiny shoes on. That's another video for another time. You know what I'm saying? But it just show you that one, that we as a nation of Israel and the nation start with the men. A nation starts with the men, right? We as the men of Israel, starting with the hopeful elect, rolling with some of those men, we are supposed to be an example to the world, you know what I'm saying, of righteousness. And what would make me say that, that's how the Lord established us. Real quick, can you get the precept, what is it, Jeremiah 2 and 21. Jeremiah 2 and 21, Baba Gashah.
This is the book of Jeremiah 2 and verse 21. It says, "Yet, I had planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. Now then, how then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?"
Matter of fact, go start at 20.
20. Jeremiah 2 and 20 says, "For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou sayest, I will not transgress, when upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest playing the harlot."
Right, and we as a nation, we are Salakia. We as a nation, we are starting with the men of Israel. We are likened unto a comely and delicate woman in the eyes of the Most High. When our forefathers agreed to that contract, where the Lord Yahweh Shah would be our power, we would be His people, we would follow His laws, such as commandments. It came with those were stipulations to the contract, right? Well, those were regulations within the contract, and then the stipulations you could read in Deuteronomy 28. You can really start at the first chapter, right? I mean, the first verse, right, where it tells you, if you break these laws, such as commandments, this, that, and the third will happen to you. If you follow these laws, such as commandments, this, that, and the third will happen to you. All right. So we had conditions on that. All right. And we as a nation, we broke that contract. It wasn't Yahweh Shai. How do we break that contract? We started playing a harlot with these other nations, meaning we started fornicating spiritually with these nations and their idols. And we were supposed to be the example of righteousness to these nations. And instead of us following after them, they're supposed to follow after us, just like we follow after Yahweh Shai. Can you read it?
Verse 21, it says, "Yet I planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?"
Right. So the Lord, when He planted us here, particularly in that plot of land, Israel, we were supposed to be planting a noble vine, a holy and right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? Because when you look at our people today, you go back to this picture right here, you don't see Jake in this regal estate the dignified estate. You don't see Jake in an estate that's worthy of praise. You know, you see us as, if you see a gang of so-called black men or Latino men or Native American men, you know, they're up to no good. You know, they ain't disciplined. Like, it's not about just having a crown on your head and access to resources and materials. It starts in the mind. It's a mindset, right? And as a king is supposed to be an example unto his people as well. You know what I'm saying? And we as men, we're princes right now. We're supposed to be examples to these nations of what to do and what not to do. All right? You got some, Khan?
No, I'm just agreeing with you.
Go to Deuteronomy 4 and start at the top. Hey, Shalom, brother. Yahabashian, bro.
Hey, Shalom, brothers. Yahawadah.
Hey, we got the brother Arya all here, man. So, hey, introduce yourself, brother.
I'm Arya Al Yahawadah. Salakia, brothers. I overslept. Just got up.
Oh, no, it's all good. Yeah, we just started, bro. So it's all good, man. The spirit got you up. So, like I was telling them, the title of this lesson is we're supposed to be righteous. I'm sorry, we're supposed to be examples to the nations of righteousness. All right. So, and it was inspired by this picture right here that you see right here in front of you. You know, so go ahead to Deuteronomy 4 and 1, brother.
This is the book of Deuteronomy.
I'm sorry, you got it, bro. No, I was saying just start at 1. We're gonna go to 6.
Oh, okay. Deuteronomy chapter 4 at verse 1. It says, "Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in and possess the land which the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, power of your fathers, giveth you."
Right. So real quick, hold on, brother. Real quick, hey, Arya, pull up the. I don't know if you can you pull up Baruch chapter 4 verse 1 on your screen and share it. Read it again, brother.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 1, it says, "Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in and possess the land which the Lord Yahweh, power of your fathers, giveth you."
Right. So these laws, statutes, and commandments, which are these judgments, which the Lord gave unto Moses to teach us, the Lord didn't just give us a land to live in and we could just do what we want. He didn't just create a space in the earth where, you know, you could just live and commit whatever sins you want and, you know, make whatever judgments you want. You had to follow instructions. It's the same way as like when you get a desk, right? A desk comes with instruction. Now, some people can put a desk together without the instructions, but it all depends on how technical those instructions are, whether the desk gonna be put together properly or not, right? So you can put it together without using the instructions, but it's gonna be haphazard, and you might miss something, you might miss a step, you might over tighten, under tighten something. So this is the reason for instructions, is to guide you through the process. So when we were living in the land, right, and we were following after these judgments, and we teaching our children, our sons, and to do them, right, it allowed us to live and possess the land which the Lord Yahweh Bashin Al-Shai, the power of your fathers, give you. So the Lord gave us this land, right? He didn't get these. The brother Arya all brings out Psalms 147, 19 and 20, and it shows you. He always say like, "Hey, well, when he's reading the scripture, he said like the Lord he didn't give these other nations their his laws, statutes, and commandments. He don't deal with them. He is basically like they don't exist in the eyes of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so that's the reason why they act and do the things that they do, and they're not in a regal estate. They're not a people of righteous. They're not in a righteous state. It's like the insane is running an insane asylum, and the orderlies, which an orderly is a person who keeps order, they're the ones being locked up, and that's what is going on right now. And so again, when we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, they allow us to live and not just to live, but to also thrive in the land that the Lord gave us, right? Real quick, when the brother Ariel get back, we're gonna read Baruch 4:1.
Khan, it's the book of Baruch in the Apocrypha, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, Yahawah, and the Lord that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Break it down, bro.
Yeah, just like it says, this book is speaking about is the Bible. The Bible contains the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahawah, and it endures forever. These laws never end, like some of these Christians teach. You know, this book will endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life. So if you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, you're not alive. You're spiritually dead. But such as leave it shall die. It's like it says, if you leave the law, statutes, and commandments, you're gonna die, because the Lord is gonna kill you. Pretty simple.
And on top of that, you're in a spiritually dead state. So when you look at 2/3, when you look at 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, the mind, it don't matter where you're trying to go with your so-called spirituality. It don't matter what you're trying to do with your material wealth and gain in this world. You're in a dead state. You're among the dead. That's why the nations are deemed the dead. And when you read Revelation chapter, was it 20, and it says that the dead didn't live again to after 1,000 years was fulfilled. So that dead are those nations. Because I think when you look up either live, can you get it real quick? I just want to make a point about being dead, spiritually dead. Because even though we're all walking and we're animated, we got these bodies and our spirits are in these bodies. If you're not following after Yahawah, you're not alive, man. You're not spiritually alive in the eyes of the Lord. You're dead, and these nations are dead. And when you're dead, you're worthless. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a precept that says, "Oh, and he breathed the breath of life," roughly paraphrasing, upon Adam. Meaning
Yep.
the law, statutes, and commandments, because that's really what makes you alive, man. Like the whole experience of being here on the creation that the Lord made is to enjoy it in righteousness, man. Because as the scriptures say, that there is no rest for the wicked. When you're doing wickedness, man, your spirit is not at rest. You can't enjoy stuff. That's why you see these Edomites, the 2/3 of our people, they're never fully enjoying life. Even though they might be in power and have certain luxuries and all those things, their spirit is not at rest. Why? Because they're not living, you know, through righteousness. They're living in wickedness. And that's what the Lord gave unto us. Like, brothers, before we came into this truth, we didn't know how precious this truth was, man. Because we thought living in wickedness was the shit, until we came into this truth, and we're like, damn, man, we were really like not living at all, man. And now that we experience things like the brotherhood and certain things that the Lord gives us, we're not in the kingdom, but there's certain things that the Lord throws us a bone here and there to lift up our spirits, to make us feel happy, and certain things that brothers might be into that cheer up your spirit. You appreciate it so much more now that you following after righteousness. So the same thing with Adam, man. When the Lord gave the Adamites the law, statutes, and commandments, they understood what it was to really live. You know, this is the precept you were looking for, Revelation 20 and 5.
I think, yeah. Hold on for a second. You got something, Ariel?
No, I was looking at Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 1, where the first verse says, "And you he hath quickened," which means to be made alive. So if we were quickened, that means we were dead before we came into this truth. We were spiritually dead. It says, "Who were dead in trespasses and sins." So really, before we came into this truth, this wisdom and knowledge of Yahawah Shai, we were dead, spiritually dead, like you brought out. You know, so I just wanted to make that quick point.
That was a great point. That was a great precept. The water for bringing that one out. That was, you can make it bigger on the screen. Just hit the number. Hit that number. The number one. Hit the no, look right here. Number one. Number one right here. Next to the verse. No. Scroll down. Put your pointer on the number one next to the verse.
Oh, okay, there we go. Slacking. I'm still waking up from sleep.
Yeah. It's all right, brother. It's all right. It says, and you have he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins. And these nations, they live in trespasses and sin. Now, they don't realize what they're doing is a sin and an iniquity because they're not under the law. So when they get under the law, when Yahweh Shai come back and establish the kingdom of heaven here on earth, these nations are going to be forced to follow the law. And if they break it, then you just committed a sin. Now you gotta be judged according to whatever sin you committed. You feel me? So when we were living in our sin, we were dead in our trespasses and sins, man. Because that's what we were doing. We were trespassing against Yahweh Shai, and we were living in our sins, and we were overcome by it. You know, and like it says in the book of Ezekiel 37, we were dry bones in a valley, right? And then the Lord put the sinews on us, he put our flesh on us, but yet we weren't alive. We weren't alive until we, like the brother brought out, we breathed that breath of life. Okay. And that's because this is our original state that we're supposed to be in. We're supposed to be in a state of righteousness. All right. That's how we are supposed to conduct ourselves and be on this earth. So when the other nations see us, dealing with one another, they were like, oh, okay, now they're following us instead of us following them. And when we follow them, we get destroyed. But when they follow us, they're gonna live. You can bring out that precept you had in Revelation 12:5, brother.
God, this is
it's not showing.
Revelation 20 and verse 5, it says, but the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection.
Salakia, brother. Hey, Arya, can you pull up Revelation 20 and 5 in the blue letter? Yeah, your screen ain't popping up. I think it might have froze, bro.
Oh,
we can see you. We can see you, but we can't see your screen.
Yeah, let me share again real quick.
Okay.
What about now?
Yeah, it's good now.
Okay, God.
You can read it again.
So Revelation 20 verse 5, it says, but the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection.
Now let's look at that word for live in a blue letter.
It says in the Greek anasao, it says be alive again, revive, live again, or recover life, to be restored to a correct life. One who returns to a better moral state, to revive, regain strength and vigor.
So these nations right now, they're in a dead. These nations right now, they're in a dead state. They're not living. And when Yahweh Shai comes, he's going to enslave these nations, and they're going to be subject unto Yahweh Shai, King David, and the rest of the elect, all the children of Israel. They're going to be subject to the nation of Israel, right? So for that 1,000-year period, that's a conditioning period. All the shit that they know and they learn and they believe in this world, we're going to beat that out of them, and we're going to instill, we're going to like brainwash them. We're going to brainwash them with righteousness, right? Now, they're not going to be righteous, but these laws, statutes, and commandments, the way we deal with them, it's going to be in a righteous manner. So by the time that 1,000-year period of slavery is up, then they're going to live again. But when they live again, as a nation, when they stand up, they're going to be in a better moral state. They're gonna be in their strength, but not to the point where they can overthrow us. Not to the point where they're going to be equal to us. No, it's just that they're going to be in a better condition than when they are right now. They still going to be, the Lord's still going to look at them as Aria. Can you get Isaiah chapter? I'll get it mixed up sometimes, but I think it's Isaiah 40 and 17. If it ain't Isaiah 40 and 17, it's Isaiah 45. Oh man, he cooked up Isaiah 45 and 17. See what that say, bro. Yeah, bro. You gotta share your screen too, Ariel.
Oh, Khan, Salaki.
It's Isaiah 40 and 17, bro.
Isaiah 40 and 17.
Oh, the brother Ariel gonna read it. He got it.
Isaiah 40
and 17.
And 17.
Right,
Khan.
17. Oh, you gotta hit the red. Yeah. Yep. Make it big. Yeah. Yep.
God, this is the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 17. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity.
Right. So the Lord, when the Lord look at these nations, he don't see them as anything valuable. They're vain. They're less than nothing.
Yep,
right.
That's right.
So, but when he look at us, he don't see us that way. And that's what infuriates the Lord so much, that we go off and do the things that we've done. Because here it is, we're out here following after a people that's considered less than nothing and vanity unto him. As the dust that drop, it says, as the dust, it says, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing in Lebanon. I'm sorry. Can you go to verse 15?
It says, next verse.
No, verse 15.
Oh, 15. 16?
15.
15.
Yeah. It's right there. If you click on it. Yeah.
Verse 15 says, behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
Right. So the Lord look at the nations like they're the small dust of a balance. He also compared them to a drop that fall into a bucket. Now go to 2nd Esdras 6 and 56.
Yep, that's the one I had in my head. That's my favorite one. Yep. Yeah. 2nd Esdras. Salakia, 1 second.
And then make sure you click on the verse to expand it on the screen.
God.
So the Lord look at these nations like they're nothing, like they're less than nothing, and he count them as the dust that's on a balance. You know, when you got a bag or something on a balance, like a bag of gold dust on a balance, right? Well, when you take the greater amount off, it still be that little bit of dust left over, and he usually just wipe it away. Well, that's what the nations. That's what the Lord look at these nations, man. You know, yeah. Make it big. Click on just click the verse, brother.
Salakia, my computer.
Did your mouse got?
Yeah, my mouse is not picking it up.
Oh shit. Your mouse probably died.
My mouse is
when last time you charged your mouse?
Actually I have the plug-in mouse.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what's up with it.
You probably got to unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah, let me try that. Salakia. Nope, still acting up. Let me try the other mouse.
saw it. I saw it. Yeah, yeah. Just click, hit the number 56 right there.
Oh, hit the number. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Oh, the water, bro. The water.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 56 in the Apocrypha. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Start at no, that was good. Can you go to the next verse?
2nd Ezra 6 verse 57. And now, O Yahawah Shai, behold, these heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing have begun to be lords over us, and to devour us.
Can you read the verse 58?
57?
58.
58, Khan. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands.
And now read verse 59.
Next verse. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure?
Right, so this is Esdras lamenting to the Lord, like, Lord, you said that these nations are less than nothing. You said they're like spit. You said that that they're like a drop that falleth from a vessel, right? Remember, the Lord compared them to a drop in Isaiah chapter 40, verse 17. He also called them a drop that falleth from a bucket, right? And then the world was made for our sake, but why are these people over us? Why are they devouring us? And why don't we have an inheritance in the land? I mean, in the world. Why the reason why we don't have an inheritance in this world right now is because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. Again, we are supposed to be the instructors. We're not supposed to be the instructed. We get instructed by Yahawah Shai, right? And we as a nation of men, starting with the nation of Israel, the men of Israel, we as a nation of men, we are supposed to be the ones instructing these nations on how to live in righteousness. But because we chose to follow after these nations and to their wickedness and their idolatry, we just did a lesson on Friday, and we went in about how all wickedness stem from idolatry. Everything that you see that's going on stem from that breaking the first major law, which is having another God before the Most High, outside of Yahawah Shai. So that's why we're in the condition that we're in. How long will it endure? Until Yahawah Shai come back. And this is the reason for the gospel. This is the reason for the good news. And when Yahawah Shai comes back, what state are we going to be in as a nation? Well, we're gonna really be the examples of righteousness. We're gonna be what? A nation of kings and priests. Can you get that, Kahan, and Exodus, as well as I think it's one in Peter's, but I think you got the one in Exodus.
This is the book of Exodus 19 and verse. I'll start at verse 5. Exodus 19 and verse 5. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine, and ye shall be unto me.
Salakia, bro. Can you read verse 5 again?
Exodus 19 and 5. Therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, that then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine.
So if we kept these laws, statutes, and commandments, if we kept the covenant, if we kept the agreement with Yahawah Shai, then we were going to be a peculiar treasure unto the Most High and a what? Above all people. So when you look at our people today, we're the lowest. We opened up with a precept in Jeremiah where it said that the Lord planted us a noble vine. How then have thou be turned into a degenerate plant? You look at Jake, they're in a degenerate state. They're killing each other, destroying each other, living in their sins, wholly given into their lust, wholly given into idolatry. They just left right now. So when if you see a what they call a pack of Negroes or a gang of Latinos Like you don't look at them as a people that are peculiar and treasure in the eyes of the Lord. You don't look at them as a people that's above all people. And even if they're not just committing all that straight up wickedness, they don't even think that they don't even think as a people that is above another people. They believe that everybody's supposed to be equal. Everybody's supposed to have a fair share. It's basically supposed to be a universal life. And that's not the case. It's not the case at all. There's order. There's people that's above and there's people that's below. You have a king, and the king has what? Servants. A king has a court. A king has people. I forget, it's a word. I cannot. Subjects. A king has subjects, right? You can't have subjects without a king, and you can't have a king without subjects, right? So here it is. The Lord said, if we could follow this law, if we would have kept this covenant, then that good thing would happen for us. And so that's why when Yahawadah come back and we get those new bodies and we're healed from all of this shit and we're clean, really clean from all of this shit, the Lord is going to make us keep his law, statutes, and commandments. We're going to be programmed to keep his commandments. So we're not going to go off. So then we definitely going to be a people above all people that are upon the earth. Because look at how these people live. Look at these nations, man. They don't live like a people that's high and above. They exalt themselves, but that's vanity. You know what I'm saying? They exalt themselves in wickedness. Then we're gonna truly be above all these nations, man. You know, our mindset's gonna be different. Our focus is gonna be different. You know, the way we do things is gonna be extremely magnified above these nations. Not to mention we're gonna be immortals. Not to mention we're gonna have God power. You know what I'm saying? Not God like. I was gonna say God like. No, we're gonna have power from the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? And you think God's gonna carry himself with his head bent down low like this in a miserable, destitute state? No, his head's gonna be up. He's gonna be in what? A regal estate. Real quick, the definition for regal. Salakia, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen real quick, and I'm gonna share it. Right. Definition for regal, right? We're gonna be in a regal estate. The word regal is regal. It says of, resembling, or fit for a monarch. When you look at Jake today, they're not fit for a monarch, man. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Israelite man today, he's either hypersexual, homosexual, what they call it, symptastic. Yeah, he's through, he's broken. He's not in a regal estate. No one respects him. No one regards him. You know? So it says resembling or fit for a monarch. So we're gonna resemble Yahweh Bashem Yahawadah in the kingdom. And it starts even now. Even now, our mindsets are different, right? The Lord is ushering us into he's ushering us into a kingly mindset. We still battling the flesh down here, but our mindset is on a different level. Our thinking, our perception, our spiritual understanding and perception is on another level, right? It says of resembling fit for a monarch, especially in being magnified or dignified. Dignified, the definition for dignified, having or showing a composed or serious manner. And that's Yahawadah. Yahawadah has a composed and a serious manner that is worthy of respect, man. When you look at Jake today, they're not worthy of respect. The Israelite men don't see, he's not in a princely mindset in a state. Okay? And why is that? Because we're living through the judgment of breaking the Lord's law. Go ahead, brother.
Kind of verse 6, Exodus 19:6 says, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the sons of Israel.
The Lord said we're going to be what? Read it again, brother.
Exodus 19 and verse 6, it says, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the sons of Israel.
That's right. the sons of Israel. We're gonna be a nation of kings and priests. We ain't just gonna have the Levite, the Levitical priesthood. No, every Israelite man is gonna, his job is gonna be as a priest, to be a priest of Yahweh Shai, as well as a king on the earth. People are like, oh, how can you have all these kings and who's this? Well, it's different levels of kinghood, man. Like, look at this picture, right? All of these men that stand around as men, they're kings, they're royalty. But this guy, he sticks out. You can tell that he's the top guy, right? But then that doesn't take anything away from these men for being kings, wearing crowns on their heads. Even though Jake right here, they don't have nothing on. He's like a prince. You know, a prince don't have as much as a king would have on, but a prince is the next. What's the next step from a prince? Is a king. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? And these other nations, they're gonna come down low, bowing, bending. You know, and you're not gonna have no Edomite dressed in no nice clothes like this, man, or be able to bend his back like that. He's too close. He has to be on the ground. But the point of the matter is, we're gonna be a nation of kings and priests, man. And that comes with a lot of responsibility. That comes with a lot of understanding, a lot of wisdom. You see, you look at Jake today, man. You can just like, hold on. I'm gonna show you a picture of Jake today, man. It's this picture that I used to see. What's it? Black teens. Yeah. Right, sagging. All I did was type in black teens with their pants down. Hoping no crazy shit pop up.
Look at that, man.
It's in a store. Thick as through, bro. They don't look like this. It wasn't the one I wanted in the store. It was a picture of Jake and a you look at it, a gang of blacks. Let me see, gang blacks. Yeah, look at Jake. Look at this shit, man. You see Jake, look, Gad, Issachar, Judah. You know what I'm saying? When you see Jake, they look at this. These don't look like a nation of kings and priests. But guess what? All of these men, if they're Israelites, they're going to be turned into priests and kings in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? You know? This shit right here. This is what they emulate in this world. But in the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be on a level like this. Can you imagine? Lil Wayne actually got a crown on his head. He's in a regal estate. He's in a dignified state. Those pictures that I just showed you, those are not Jake's in a dignified state. Those are not examples of righteousness. Anybody follow after them, you're gonna die. You're gonna be destroyed automatically. There's no help for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got something? I know I was speaking a lot, brother.
Yeah, I have the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30. I'll start at verse 15. It says, well, in the headline it says choose life. It says, see, Deuteronomy 30 and verse 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil, in in that I command thee this day to love Yahweh thy power, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. And the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, thy power, shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. And this is what, we were supposed to follow after, but as we know, we did the opposite. So it says, verse 17, but in their heart, but if their heart turn away, which we did, that thou will not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land whither thou passes over Jordan to possess it. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, cursing. Therefore choose life, that both you and thy seed may live. And as we mentioned in the past, man, we rejected Yahweh Shem Shai, but through the Spirit, well, through that sacrifice that the Lord did for us, and through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, we've came back to the Lord, man. And this is what we're seeking. We're seeking life, you know, through Yahweh Shem Shai, man. And like the image that the brother put up, that's what we aspire to be, man. We aspire to be what? Kings and priests to Yahweh Shem Shai, to do what? To glorify him, to glorify Yahweh Shai, and ultimately, you know, receive of that blessing that the Lord meant to give us from the beginning, man.
That's right. Hey, Aria, can you get Deuteronomy 7 and 6?
God.
All right. It always pop off. I think he be hitting.
I think he clicked it out by mistake. He tries to close the tab and it came out. I'll grab it real quick. God. Should we wait for him real quick?
Yeah, let's try to wait for him to pop back on. Hopefully pop back on. You can go ahead and read it, brother. Sorry.
Okay. This is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. It says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth."
Yeah, so here it is. The Lord chose us to be above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That's responsibility, man. We're above these nations, man. Now, obviously, we're not. You look at Jake today in the state that we are today, you may not look like, think like, or feel like, or know that you're above these people, but we are. We supposed to be way, not just on a higher vibration, bro, but we supposed to be above these people, man. But the reason we're low, we're underneath these people. Why? Because of our iniquities. You know what I'm saying? The Lord chose us to be above all these nations, not because. Oh, it's gonna read it. Keep reading, bro.
Verse 7, it says, "The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you, because you were more in number than any people, for ye were fewest of all people, but because Yahweh by Shai loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, had the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Therefore."
So here it is. Hold on, brother. Hold on. It says the Lord didn't choose us because we were more in number. So it wasn't about the numbers, because we were few. We're the last nation to be formed. We're a few. You know what I'm saying? So it says the Lord. Salakia, brother. Hey, you back, bro?
Yeah, Salakia, bro. I need to refocus. My mind is like all over the place.
It's all right, brother. It says the Lord did not. I'm sorry. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number. So the Lord don't care if a nation got a billion people. If he ain't dealing with you, he ain't dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? It says, "For ye were fewest of all people, but because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he sworn to your fathers." So he didn't swear to these nations, father. He didn't swear to Lot, even though Lot's an Israelite. He came back as an Israelite, but he didn't tell Lot, Moab and Ammon, I'm gonna be with them. They're gonna be as the sand of the sea. He didn't tell Esau that he was gonna be above all nations and above all people. He didn't tell Ham, Ishmael, Japheth. He didn't do that. He did that for us. He chose us, and by his mighty hand, he brought us out of Egypt, and he redeemed us out of the house of the bondman. And he's going to do that again. We're in the house of the bondman right now. We're under Pharaoh's grip right now, right? Says, keep reading, bro.
Oh,
Let the
verse
brother Arya read. You
Which
can
verse?
read verse 9. Verse 9.
God. Deuteronomy 7, verse 9. Know therefore that Yahweh thy power, he is the most high, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
There it is. There it is. It says, know therefore that the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, he is the power, the faithful power, which keepeth the covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations, man. So we keep these. So imagine, brother, like I try to formulate in my little mind, you know what I'm saying, my flesh mind, that, oh yeah, how magnificent the kingdom is, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to be keeping the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments 100%. So it says what? He going for 1,000 generations, he going to really show that love, man. And it's going to be beyond, it's going to be eternal. Just like we're going to be eternal on this earth, that love is going to be eternal. He's going to show us that love. He's going to magnify us eternally. You know what I'm saying? Throughout all the planets, particularly Earth. I done. He's going to make us like that, because we're going to be what? Righteous. Arya, can you get Isaiah 60? And I think it might be 21 or 22. It says, all thy people shall be righteous. It ain't his fault, man. It's nothing but Satan messing with my man computer. It ain't his fault, man. It ain't his fault, man. It ain't his fault. It ain't his fault.
Okay. Nice.
It ain't his fault.
This is Isaiah 60 and verse 21. It says that people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the works of my hands, that I may be glorified.
Yeah, so we all gonna be righteous. So that love and that mercy going to extend. I can't even say. I don't even want to say eternally, man. It's just gonna be, because that's not even gonna be a word that I could use. It's just gonna be forever and ever. Eternal. I guess eternal is cool too, but there's no ending to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like the scriptures say, or let that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And the scriptures tell us that the Heavenly Father has, elders glorifying him continually, nonstop, man. So we're gonna be like those spirits, but here on earth, glorifying Yahweh Hashem Yahushai perpetually forever, man, here on earth. And giving that example to the heathens as well, man, because like we always mention, in this world, you gotta follow after wickedness and sacrifice to those wicked idols and all that shit. Well, in the kingdom of heaven, man, it's all gonna be righteousness, and all the glory is gonna go to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai through us. We're gonna channel that glory to the Lord, man.
Yeah. And we're gonna be living examples. Did we finish Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 6, 1 through 6?
Nah, we got to the first verse.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Right? So let's read it. We're gonna finish it off there. Let the brother Arya all read, man. We're gonna read it 1 through 6, brother. You got it.
Okay, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, starting at verse 1. Now, therefore, hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in and possess the land which Yahweh thy power of your fathers giveth you. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord Yahweh your power, which I command you.
Right. So, so here it is. The Lord told us, if we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, we'll possess the land and we'll be able to live. We'll be able to live in the land, not just live physically, but we'll be able to live in the land because we will manage it in a righteous management. When you look at the land today, it's not being run by a righteous management. It's being run by an unrighteous management, a wicked management. And it says, and ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it. Right. So we ain't supposed to take away from the law. You know, when you go to ancient Babylon, and when we were in captivity, the southern kingdom, that's where that whole Babylonian Talmud came from. Before the one that they use today, it was because Jake was taken away from the law. They were adding to the law. They were making things more less strict, some things more strict. They were just doing too much, man. So you got to pay for that because the instructions are there. Once you have the instructions, it's not up to you as the reader or the learner to deviate from those instructions or make those instructions lighter or heavier. You just follow, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're supposed to keep these commandments, which the Lord commanded us. Keep reading, bro.
Verse 3, your eyes have seen what the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai did because of Baal Peor. For all the men that followed Baal Peor, Yahweh thy power has destroyed them from among you.
Right, all the Jakes that was into following after that idol, but all Peor, the Lord, he made an example out of them. You know what I'm saying? He got them away from us. He got the other nations away from us too that came out of Egypt with us because they was our servants, but they caused Jake to murmur. They sowed that seed of doubt. They sowed that seed of faithlessness amongst our people. So what ended up happening? The motherfuckers had to go. You know what I'm saying? And then those unbelieving Israelites, they had to go too. Keep reading.
Verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto Yahweh your power are alive, every one of you this day.
Are alive, every one of you this day.
Yeah.
Right? So all the believers, all the ones that had faith, that cleave unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And that's what we're telling our people today. We're cleaving unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in hopes that we can be saved out of this shithole. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be made alive. You got it.
Yeah. And we've had examples of that present day with brothers who've left the truth and went to do their own thing or whatever. A lot of them, the Lord put them to death. You know?
Yep.
And that was for our example today. The Lord is saying, this is what happens when you leave me. That becomes you. You know?
Yep.
Verse 6, it says, keep therefore and do them.
We read verse 5 again.
Or was it 5? Yeah, 5. Salakia. Deuteronomy 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh, my power, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
So these laws, statutes, and commandments, they were taught to us so that we could do them in the land that we possess. You know, and so it starts with us, brothers. And that's to give example. You have to have a living example of something in order to follow after something, right? So we're supposed to be examples. So these laws, statutes, and commandments, the first people that we are to use them with are our own people, man. When it says love your neighbor, it's not talking about Esau and these other nations that's mixed and mingled up next to us. No, it's talking about one another. And then even in this society, the vast majority of Jakes, you live amongst other Jakes, man. But you don't practice these laws and commandments one towards another. Imagine us doing that. Esau would show some discontent in there anyway because he's a devil. But when we enact these laws, statutes to our one towards another, then we become an example to each other and then the nation. Because the nations will see us and they will be like, oh man, I want to do that. Look at the benefit that they have. Well, we'll keep on reading, brother. You got it.
Verse 6, Deuteronomy 4:6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Keep reading.
For what nation is there so great, who hath the Most High so nigh unto them, as the Lord Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for?
That's right. Keep reading.
Verse 8, and what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgments so righteous, as all this law, which I set before you this day.
So this law, when we practice this law to one towards another, the nations say this is they're wise people.
Yeah.
Like they call their God, and he's right there next to them. Why? Because we doing what the Lord told us to do. Why? Because we're following after his we're keeping his statutes and his judgments. And they they're going to see that these judgments are righteous, man. When you look at these nations, bro, ain't nothing but lawlessness, man. They kill each other, they covet after one another, they commit all the wickedness that you see on a daily basis. They come from fucking nations, bro. And they're attached to demons, filthy demons. So then the filth is even greater. And even now, when you look at our nation, that's what you see. I saw a video earlier today. This dude asked his woman, do she like to get peed on? And she said, yeah, urinated on. That's filthy. That's not sex. There's no sexual pleasure getting urinated on. But that's what these heathens do. That's what they do. Now go to Isaiah 2, start at 1, points in 2. That's a degenerate state to enjoy urine on you. We be getting on them heathens. They be pouring camel piss and cow piss all on their body, like it's fucking Dove soap. You know, like it's water. You know what I'm saying?
That place is through.
Yeah, you got it, brother.
This is the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 2 and verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord Yahawah Shai's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
And that's how you know that those people that's living in the land today, perpetrating themselves to be the historical Israelites, or so-called, the ones you call so-called Jews, they claim they have some type of historical attachment to them people, or the ancient world, which is us. They say that they claiming to be us, but they're not. Nobody's going to that land, flowing into it. Every nation, every government is not flowing into it to learn their ways. You know, their ways are nothing more than the same ways they brought from Europe. Their ways are nothing more than the ways of the world. So what's you go to Knesset, it's no different than going to the Senate. You go to their courts and their ruling system, it's no different than it could be the same system is set up in Missouri. It's just with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's no different in Germany. It's the same European doctrine. Okay, it says it'll come to pass that in the last days of that the mountains of the Lord, which is the Lord's government, and that starts with the 144,000, the elect, house shall be established on the top of the mountain. So we're going to be above, our government going to be above any governments on the earth, man. These governments going to have to follow after us. Okay, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. And that's why they going to flow into it. And what it's going to say, keep reading, bro.
Verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahawah Shai, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord Yahawah Shai from Jerusalem.
And they're not doing that over there in the state of Israel. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's saying, teach us your ways. Let's learn Hasidism. Let's learn how to dig tunnels under the ground and make it a transport for children and wickedness. Now, nobody's saying that. Nobody's going up there saying the law is going forth from them people. But when we get in that land, when we get our land back, when we get reestablished in our land, they're going to be saying that. And they're going to see the marvelous. They're going to see the glory. They're going to see the spiritual wisdom. They're going to see everything. You know, they're going to see that, and they're going to be like, "Yo, we should follow them. We got to follow after them." And just like in this society, everybody follows after Esau. These nations mimic Esau. They mimic his dress. They mimic his talk. They mimic his laws. They mimic his ways. They do that because he's in power. So when we get in power, they're going to do that. They're going to do that for us. They're going to mimic our ways. They're going to try to be like us, but not to the point where they're going to imitate us, but they're going to follow after our customs. They're going to have to.
That's right.
And the center of government is going to be the city of Jerusalem, man. And the only ones that can go in there are the Israelites, man. Start with the elect. The only ones that can go up in there like that, like, I'm sorry, say that again, bro.
No, I said when you I've been thinking about that all week at the job, because at late in the night I always have those moments sometimes where you focus your mind on the kingdom, and it motivates you to keep fighting, to keep pushing, to keep doing lessons, to keep studying. So when that time comes, man, that's gonna be such a beautiful time. You know what I'm saying? Not living around these heathens, not working around them, having them as our slaves. Man,
we ain't gonna work no more.
That's gonna be no more work. That's right. No more
work, man.
No more work.
Everything's gonna go from there. It's gonna be that beacon of light on our earth.
Yes.
I want to end it off with I'll end it off with Matthew 5:14. Can you get that, brother?
God.
This is the book of Matthew 5 and verse 14. It says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid."
We're the light of the world, bro.
We're the light of the world.
He's the light. He's the light, the truth, and the way, and the light, and we are the light of the world too, man. We're the light of Israel, man. We starting with the hopeful elect are the light of our people, man.
Yes.
And it can't be hid. You know, people follow the light. People gonna try to turn it off. If it's dark, people gonna go to the light, man. And they want to see that, and so that's what we're gonna be. You have something else, brother?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm well fed.
Well, that verse 16 right there in that same chapter, it says, "Let your light so shine." Verse 15, it says, "Neither do men light a candle and put it under the bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven."
Yeah, it is. So when these men, starting with the men of our nation, see how we live and how the light shines from us, they're gonna see the glory of Yahawah Shai on us, man.
Yeah.
All right, they're gonna see it, and then the other nations gonna see it. We are examples. We are supposed to be examples to the nations of righteousness.
Right.
We are examples of righteousness on this earth, right? And we always talk about how when we're together, how other people see it, man. People give us free stuff. People talk to us. They come out. They make, you know what I mean? They go out their way to shake our hand and communicate with us, man. If we were just some average thugged out niggas, ain't nobody was trying to do that. They stay away from us. They get us out there establishments. They want us to keep coming back. You know, so we're examples of that on a small scale, but it's going to be heightened. It's going to be magnified. So I hope you brothers and you sisters that watch this video later, and the brothers that came on, the water for tuning in. We know it's late and early, and, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I hope you're edified. With that, we can give all praise and honor and glory to Yahawah. Say double honor to the apostles and the bishop elders, the great millstone for teaching his word and truth and sincerity and for ruling well, and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Yeah.